Hey, what's up, guys? Mason here from PulseWave. In this video, I'm going to talk about trading psychology and how PulseWave is just going to give you that extra edge when you're entering and exiting trades. It's going to give you that conviction, give you that confidence boost. And in reality, it's going to help you win more trades. That's what we've seen across the board. That's what we've seen in our Discord. That's what we've seen from all of our reviews and all of our customers. Everybody who's tried it has really, really loved it. And I just want to show you why. So let's just break down PulseWave. We're looking at NQ right now. This is the NASDAQ 100 E-mini futures chart. And if we take a look at it, you could see that there are a bunch of levels. And that is obviously what you're seeing. You're like, what are these red lines? What are these little X's? What are these little blue dots, right? You're probably wondering those things. And really what they are indicators, right? This is an indicator at the core. That's what PulseWave is. It's an indicator, and it is meant to just give you levels that you could look at, right? We're looking for areas of support and resistance. It's as simple as that, that is all we're looking for as traders. We're looking for areas where the price is going to react, or we could possibly set up for a long, possibly set up for a short. And really that is it, right? Sure, there's other things we could throw in there. There's a lot of other complicated indicators you could look at. You could do things like Fibonacci, right? You could look at all those things, but really what I like to look at is just these levels, right? I don't really use fib levels or anything like that too often. Sometimes I will draw them out on the chart, but this is just an automated dynamic indicator that is just going to help you at the end of the day. And that's what I've designed it for. Again, all the feedback is really, really good. I'll show you some reviews here in a minute, but let's just give you an example of what this actually looks like in real time. Right now, we're looking at the 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute. I like looking at Bitcoin for an example of this, just because Bitcoin's 24/7 and it's like there's always stuff going. It's a weekend right now, and it is just amazing to just see the levels that this reacts to. I caught an amazing move from way down here because I actually understood where I should enter, right? I entered down here, and this level was a very strong level the whole entire time. And that's what PulseWave does. Let's just kind of go back and you could see how this works in real time. We'll do a replay right here. So we'll go back, we'll replay it, and let's just hit play, and you can see how levels will form in real time. So you can see here that the levels are being drawn out. I'll speed it up a little bit too. Let's do 10x. So you can see here that levels are being drawn out in real time. Support and resistance levels are being drawn out, tested in real time. And whenever you see a line become thicker, that means that it is a much stronger support or resistance. That means it's been tested multiple times. And that is really important to know, right? And this is where I was kind of looking for re-entries. You could see that this is a really strong support. This is kind of a sub support above it where, okay, if we break through this, we'll probably go down to here. And these are just areas of interest. That's what I use PulseWave for. I use it as a indicator to tell me where I should be looking for price to react to. And 9 out of 10 times, there's going to be some sort of reaction on one of these lines. If it's a thicker line, there's going to be a stronger reaction. But this has just been a game changer for me, for every single trader who's tried it. We could go look at some of the reviews really quick. If these are just the reviews that people have left in the WAP group, I have some more over here as well, where people have just showcased exactly kind of what they are feeling and what they're thinking. You can see here I have a couple that are saved, and yeah, pretty straightforward. Thanks, Mason. Everyone just loves it, right? This is his first trade, and we'll get back into what it actually does, but I just want to show you guys, this is worth your time in my opinion. This is really my favorite indicator. And you can see it reacts to these levels just so consistently. You can see that it came down here, it bounced off of this level, and let's just see what happens with price, right? Boom. And this really gave me a solid confirmation in order to actually enter. I ended up entering on this retest right here. My average entry ended up being right here when I ended up sizing in a bit more, but this gave me a lot of confidence, right? It's like, okay, I'm not trying to enter down here because I don't know what's going to happen, right? But if we go up and then we come back down and we retest this area, it's going to give me that confidence to actually enter. And that is what happened, right? I came down here, I waited for another retest. I could have entered right here, and that would have been fine as well, but I definitely would have been more stressed in this position, obviously, because it's like, okay, is it going to hold the line? So I really was waiting for a lot of confirmation, and I entered with a good amount of size here, and I rode this Bitcoin trade up. I could have made a lot more money in hindsight just looking at how high the chart went, but I personally sold on the 4 hour. If we look at the 4 hour, I sold a good amount of my bag here at 99K because this was a good move for me, right? If we look at the 4 hour where this it mainly took place as well, we could go back and just see how this actually took place in the 4 hour with even stronger resistances. stronger supports, excuse me. You could see that like it was just holding up very consistently. And really what did it for me, if I'm being honest, guys, was the 12 hour. So this is the 12 hour, and just seeing the reaction it had off of here, this is what gave me the conviction to actually enter the trade and just size up and actually have a good amount of size in the trade so I could profit. You know, it's one of those things where you need to have conviction in trades and you need to know when to size up correctly. Too many traders, from what I find, they just try to enter in and they market fill all the time. They're just trying to catch some momentum play, and that's not what I want to do. I want to find a really interesting zone where there is a lot of liquidity, where there is a lot of interest, and where buyers are stepping in. Right. And this is where that was happening. There was a lot of liquidity at the 93K area. It was holding up really, really well. And obviously, buyers stepped in, and that is what we're looking for on a long term, on a longer term swing. I'm not sitting here trying to do like 1 minute time frame things, but it does work for that. You could see here that it draws out support resistances for any time frame. And really what I look for is I like looking for confluence on these time frames, you know? And if you're a scalper, if you're doing day trading, it works perfect for that as well. You know, it's like you could use this with anything. It could be NQ, it could be ES, it could be SPY, it could be gold, it could literally be anything. This chart works for anything. It just draws historical support resistance levels. And what's really, really cool is that it's super customizable. So you could see here that like you could customize it, do whatever you want. There's a swing mode, there's a scalp mode. You could modify all these inputs and settings. We have it set up really, really well though. So all the default settings are amazing. You could see here that we have all these extra confirmations as well. So not only are you getting the levels, right? You're getting these nice, really strong levels that you could actually look at and look at multiple time frames and get that confluence, right? Where you're looking at multiple time frames, you're seeing, okay, this is a strong level on this one. This is a strong level on this one. I'm going to look to bid here, 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 wherever, right? And that is really what PulseWave is about. That's why I've developed it. And that's why the feedback's so good, because we're not trying to give you perfect signals or anything like that. We're trying to help you become a better trader, and we're trying to help you understand where to look for those entries, where to look for those exits, and how you could actually take these trades yourself instead of relying on somebody to give you a call or a signal. And we just want to make you better traders. You know, that's really my goal at the end of the day. That's the goal with the community. I just want to make a nice community with a bunch of people who are interested in getting better at trading, right? So if you're interested in that, definitely check out PulseWave Indicator. It is the best indicator, best bang for the buck, in my opinion. $39 right now for life, and that gets you access to the Discord. It gets you access to the trainings, gets you access to the live streams, gets you access to me. So yeah, check it out. That's kind of it for this video. I just wanted to touch base on PulseWave and just touch base on kind of what we're working on and some updates and everything. But if you guys like this indicator, leave it a like, or leave this video a like, give me a sub, and let's keep rolling. I got my cat trying to break into my room over here, so I'm gonna go let him in. But you guys take it easy. Have a good one.